I'll ask her if she can see us.
Let me check.
Bottom line is, we're not gonna know how to fix it.
I'm gonna turn it off and on again.
Okay.
Okay.
She can see us, but up until now, she can't hear us.
We have been in the microphone.
Now she can.
Okay, sorry, Laura.
Great job.
Like everything else, turn
Great
it off
job,
and
Kath.
turn it back on.
Great job.
But now I have to go back. Anyways, fast forward. We're taking a look at our, specifically our UTEP policy. In our new UTEP policy approved in September, we amended our residential pilots to reflect an investment in affordable housing. And with doing so, we asked that our projects comply with a 20% of their rental pool at 80% of our AMI, 20% of their units be set aside for that purpose. I want to emphasize that I have not, nor has any staff heard any disagreement with the policy or concerns that the objective of the policy is not the right direction. We all agree that affordability is an issue and we need to be a partner to incentivizing it as much as possible. There is concerns, as I started to say, about market conditions at money at 8.5% and climbing every day. It puts a lot of pressure on any project, never mind residential, coupled with the housing study. So I would like to entertain a conversation and possibly a motion to retain our current UTEP policy for the next 6 months till July 1st and take some time to get the housing study data in, take a long, hard look and make sure that our math and everything complies and aligns. And if the housing study informs us with something new, we can certainly add it at a later date. In the meantime, our project approval policy with our other two key signature, I would call it changes, the local hire piece and the new MWBE compliance piece is currently in effect now and will remain in effect. They will not be amended. We would be amending the UTEP policy and the language in project approval policy to simply align our definitions, you know, the Sue Katza problem, the words. So I put that out there, and comments, concerns, questions, ideas, disagreements, motion?
I mean, I think what you're saying definitely makes sense because if you've been out there and you've been used to dealing with the banks and different stuff like that, because I know even myself, I met with them maybe a couple weeks ago because I mean, my stuff is a lot smaller, but like I explained to them, when I was borrowing at 2 over prime.
Right.
So I had to go back and talk to them and say, listen, we got to change this because it's making it impossible to afford what I was doing. So now we change it to I'm borrowing at 1 over prime, and I'm trying to get it to a half over prime. You know what I mean? Because the credit score allowed me to do that. So I can relate to what you're saying, and I think that's good what you're talking about and what we're trying to do, because it's definitely going to make a difference on a lot of these projects. I mean, because, you know, right now the prime is 7.5 when I met with them a couple of weeks ago. So if you borrowing at 2 over prime, you at 9% already. I mean, 9.5, which is almost 10%.
Right.
That's a big difference.
And this is actually what we have been hearing very much in my office, in our office. And I would say that the one thing that was very important to some of the community members, for example, Urban Job Task Force, was that we made the changes in our project approval policy, which we have done.
Right.
Those were things that they really wanted to see happen.
Right.
And I do think that the housing study is very comprehensive. It's probably one of the best things that the city's done, is to undertake the study. There's a number of different committees that are working on it, and there's a recognized need for moderate income housing in the city, and I think that these 6 months will help to, you know, to give us a really clear understanding of where we need to go that way.
So the suggestion is that we're going to leave everything in place except we're gonna hold in abeyance that one provision?
No,
Correct. We're gonna
no,
retain our current UTEP until July 1st. All other policies are in effect from January 1st. Our new, for instance, our new project approval policy, which includes a 10% local hire requirement and a new compliance to an our MWBE policy.
right. And just may I clarify for 1 minute?
Yes,
I
please.
believe the motion that would be before you would be a motion to postpone the effective date of your new UTEP to July 1, which means that your existing UTEP will continue to control until July 1. That would be the first motion. The second motion would be to amend your project approval policy only to eliminate definitions that tie to the new UTEP because it doesn't make sense. So just to align the project approval policy with the existing UTEP, which simply means instead of defining every single category of project, it just says project.
That's to align the words.
Correct. That's me doing my thing. And then the third piece would be, you have a community benefit policy that is tied to your UTEP that you adopted back in September, which was to become effective January 1. That would also need to be suspended until July 1, because without the new UTEP, it's not an independent document.
Right.
So I guess your first motion could be a motion to postpone the effective date of your new UTEP and the community benefit policy to July 1.
I'll make that motion.
Thank you.
Second?
Thank you, Ken. Any further comments or questions or concerns? Hearing none. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, abstentions.
And then
Motion carries. Second,
the second motion would be to amend your project approval policy to change the definition section so that it aligns with your current policies.
Make a motion.
thank you, Ricky. Is there a second?
Second.
Ken, thank you. God bless you.
Thank you.
Any further questions or comments? All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, abstention, motion carries. Thank you all very much. I would now entertain a motion to go into executive session for the purpose of discussing the disposition of property. Judy, is that okay?
Yeah, the only thing I can say is that, Mr. Bryant's not here.
Oh,
I was just looking to see if I have any emails from him. He was aware we were going to be,
I'll reach out to him,
And he was aware of the time also, right, Julie?
Yes.
yeah,
We can go in and I can come back and check periodically if you want. The board can
Okay.
at least discuss.
okay.
I'll let you know when I hear back. I just reached out.
All right. So would we like to go into executive session and maybe have a conversation amongst ourselves for a moment and see
think so.
if
I
Yeah.
think we should exchange
Mr. Bryant and
Yeah.
Wade and Mr. Owens are just running a few minutes late? Does that work?
Yep.
So
Is there a
moved.
motion? Thank you, Dirk. Second.
Second.
Ricky, thank you. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, abstentions.
We can't just turn off the speaker, the
No.
microphone.
No.
No, so we're heading into the law office.
Make sure we all agree.
We believe Buck Holster?
Yep.